Why Prince George didn't join the royal family on Remembrance Sunday. Welcome to Crown Chronicles, your ultimate destination for royal revelations, behind-the-scenes insights, and stories that keep the world watching the British monarchy with fascination and wonder. If you love the royal family and want to stay informed about every royal event, tradition, and hidden truth, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community of royal watchers. Now, let's uncover the truth behind one of this year's most talked about royal absences, why young Prince George was missing from the Remembrance Sunday ceremony. Every year, Remembrance Sunday stands as one of the most solemn and emotional moments on the royal calendar. The day the nation pauses, the church bells fall silent, and the monarchy takes its place at the Cenotaph in Whitehall, honoring the men and women who gave their lives in service. It's a deeply significant occasion, not just for Britain, but for the royal family, whose members have long represented courage, duty, and remembrance. Yet this year, royal watchers noticed something unusual. Standing beside King Charles III, Queen Camilla, Prince William, and Princess Catherine were the familiar faces of senior royals, but there was one conspicuous absence: Prince George. The young future king, now a teenager and increasingly visible at major royal events, was nowhere to be seen. And naturally, it left everyone asking, why. At first glance, the answer might seem simple: he's still young. But with Prince George now stepping into more public duties, attending formal occasions, and even joining his parents on royal tours, his absence at such a major event raised more questions than it answered. Behind palace doors, however, sources close to the family have shared that there was careful reasoning, and even emotional consideration, behind the decision to keep him away from this year's ceremony. For King Charles, Remembrance Sunday carries enormous weight. It's the moment he steps into his late mother's shoes, leading the nation in remembrance, a role Queen Elizabeth II carried out faithfully for decades. Every movement, every wreath, every bowed head is steeped in symbolism. And for Prince George, watching from afar, the lessons are not lost. According to royal insiders, both the King and the Prince of Wales are preparing George slowly and thoughtfully for the traditions and responsibilities that come with his future position. Rather than thrusting him too soon into the spotlight of such a heavy national moment, the palace reportedly decided this year's Remembrance Sunday would remain reserved for the working royals, those officially representing the crown. George, they say, will have many years to come to learn the meaning of duty, sacrifice, and remembrance from his father and grandfather. But there's more to this story than royal protocol. Behind the royal walls of Adelaide Cottage, Princess Catherine has reportedly taken a particularly protective stance over her son's public appearances. Known for her careful balance of royal duty and motherhood, Catherine is said to be keen on ensuring that George's childhood remains as normal as possible, even when it comes to historic traditions. She knows that the world watches her eldest son with keen anticipation, and she's determined that he not be overwhelmed by royal expectations too soon. According to sources close to the Princess of Wales, Catherine feels that moments like Remembrance Sunday are emotionally heavy and that George should first understand their meaning deeply before taking part in them publicly. She wants him to grow into his role naturally, learning not just the rituals, but the heart behind them, the compassion, humility, and respect that defines the monarchy at its best. That said, this doesn't mean Prince George wasn't involved in remembrance at all. While the cameras didn't capture him at the Cenotaph, it's believed that he and his siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, observed a private moment at home with their parents, reflecting on the meaning of service and sacrifice. This quiet, family-led observance aligns perfectly with the values William and Catherine are instilling in their children, a blend of tradition and modernity, duty and heart. But what makes this story even more fascinating is the growing realization that every royal appearance involving Prince George is being carefully planned to send a message about the future of the monarchy. King Charles, now fully settled into his role as monarch, understands better than anyone how delicate the line between privacy and public duty can be. He lived much of his youth under intense scrutiny, and he's determined that his grandson not endure the same experience. Insiders suggest that both Charles and William see George's gradual introduction to royal life as part of a long-term vision, one that will allow the monarchy to remain human, relatable, and in tune with the changing times. Still, public curiosity remains high. Many royal fans had expected to see George joining his father at the Cenotaph this year, especially after his poised presence at the late Queen Elizabeth II funeral and at King Charles's coronation. Those appearances showed a boy mature beyond his years, seemingly ready to take on small but significant ceremonial roles. His absence this time, then, feels particularly noticeable, almost symbolic, and maybe, in a way, that's exactly the point. The future of the monarchy isn't just about titles and ceremonies, it's about understanding the meaning behind them. In keeping George away from the public eye on this emotional day, William and Catherine may be teaching their son something far deeper than protocol, that leadership isn't just about being seen, but about knowing why you stand for something. In the years ahead, there's little doubt that Prince George will take a more visible role in national events. As he grows older, he'll begin to appear more frequently alongside his father and grandfather, learning the rhythms of royal life firsthand. But for now, his parents are holding tightly to the last few moments of his youth, allowing him to learn, to feel, and to grow at his own pace. As Britain remembers its fallen heroes, the young prince remains a quiet observer, watching, listening, and preparing for the day when it will be his turn to lay a wreath in their honor. His absence this year may have left a visible gap on the royal balcony, but it also reminded the world that even in the House of Windsor, the next generation deserves time to simply be children before destiny calls. And perhaps, that's the real story, not of a missing prince, but of a family learning from the past to protect the future. Thank you for watching Crown Chronicles. If you enjoyed this story and want to stay updated on all the latest royal news, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the lives, legacies, and secrets of the world's most famous family, because here at Crown Chronicles, we don't just tell royal stories, we uncover the heart behind the crown.